Hi, my name is Adrian. Welcome to the mystical magical world. I want to talk about why we choose certain experiences in life. And I'm not speaking of things that we usually think of when we think of choosing, as in consciously deciding something in the moment. I'm more so talking about earlier life experiences that we would have chosen before entering this life. Because when you forget everything as you come into this life, you might wonder, why the hell would I choose this experience? Why would I agree to this? Did I really co sign this reality? But then I'm also talking about experiences even beyond childhood that we might choose and still feel like, well, no, I couldn't have possibly chosen for this to happen to me. Why would I want to experience so much pain? And why would I then continue to choose to experience similar pains that I already experienced in childhood? Why would I do that? Because, yeah, it can still feel like we're not choosing something as an adult, but at this point, we really do have much more of an ability to consciously choose. We come into this world and we're essentially controlled by our caregivers, but then we reach adulthood and can then still decide to play out certain patterns. And so then sometimes what we can end up doing is recognizing that we are continuing to create the same experiences, even though we no longer have to, and then beat ourselves up about it and still continue to create some unwanted experiences from that state of being, of beating up on ourselves as well. All of these things are choices. And you might find yourself in a position of asking, okay, so why did I choose all of this? Why did I choose to be born into what I was born into? And why did I make so many other choices that in the end were not benefiting me? Well, for one, you never really truly go against yourself. At any given point in time, you are only ever attempting to do what is best for you. It's always serving you in some way. But of course, then you recognize that in certain ways you've been acting from pain and hurt and trauma. And in attempts to protect yourself, you also end up hurting yourself in the long run. But ultimately, if you came into this world with a mission of bringing lost souls back home to the light, you had to know how they got there. And confirmation came to me when I was writing for this video. As soon as I had this thought about this soul mission, soul purpose, I saw 1133. And this synchronicity really piques my interest, because I don't always look them up when I see them. I Sometimes it's enough for me to just be like, okay, I feel like this is what's happening. But I was like, okay, this feels like confirmation, but I want to see it. So I looked it up, and the first thing I saw was just this picture, and it just said angel number 1133. And under it, just one sentence. It said, I am reunited with my true purpose. And so, continuing with this point, you aren't wrong for any of the choices that you have made. You don't have to feel bad about it. You also don't have to let past experiences define who you are. Everything you have experienced has helped you, it has benefited you. Moving in the darkness has allowed you to see exactly how souls fall into the trap. You see, you feel, you understand the things that lead others into things like depression, into addiction, into self hate, into judgment, into so called self destruction, into resentment, and so on. And then ultimately, into being trapped in the darkness, a world that feels separate from Source, God, the Creator. When these souls have a human experience, fall deep into the illusion of separation, and then have clarity on what they have done when they die, when they see how every decision was a chain reaction, when they see what they did to themselves, how their energy impacted others, how it impacted the planet, how it impacted everything as a whole, they cannot forgive themselves. They do not return home. They choose to stay in darkness because they don't feel worthy of being in the light. existing in love, being at one. So, when you are a soul who volunteered to come to Earth, shift the vibration and consciousness of this planet, and bring back all the lost parts of yourself, you have to have an understanding of how this all happened. You have to remember what you and others have done here before. You have to feel the effects of it all. You came here to empathically understand it so that when you bring yourself out of the darkness, you know exactly how you can assist others in doing the same. You learn how to transmute the energies inside of yourself. You heal yourself. You remember who you are, and you send that vibration throughout the cosmos. You do it for love. You do it for God, for Source, for the universe. And then you choose to serve the collective. You know now how you can help others remember. This is why you did it. This is why you made those decisions. This is why you chose this life. Of all the possibilities, this is where you chose to rest your consciousness. This is the you that you perfectly designed to bring forth the incredible creations that only you can create. You are the only one with your unique frequency. Never forget that. You are that spark of the divine that chose to live through you, to experience and create through you. Do you realize how special and how powerful that is? You were made for this. You are so powerful. You are so loving. You are so caring. You are so creative. You are so magical. You are so strong. You are so intelligent. You are so brilliant. Your light shines so bright. You have no idea how good life gets to be when you decide that all of these things are true about you. When you remember how amazing you are and you decide to live as though you know it. Allow yourself to integrate this knowing. Let it move through every cell in your body. Let the light carry you forward. Know that every voice of doubt was only an illusion, a soul lost in darkness, forgetting the truth that we are all one. You can alchemize all of this into light. And one last thing I want to express is that I'm not trying to say that your purpose is any one given thing. A lot of people get caught up on this whole concept of what is my purpose? What is my purpose? What am I meant to do with my life? And it's not really about that. If anything, you might say that your purpose is to be fully, authentically you. That's it. But you also do incarnate with certain intentions and have certain dreams for a reason. That's all your choice, though. You have freedom over what you decide to do. Though, you will usually find that you're called to certain things in your life, and that is your soul. And if you follow that calling, you will blossom. And if you resist it, you might find that things don't move as smoothly as you would ideally like them to. So that's where I'm going to wrap this up, sending you an abundance of love and gratitude. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing to this channel. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.